Start. Learned Standing Council further submitted that writ of quo warranto may also not be issued in the present case. For issuance of writ of quo warranto, it has to be seen by the court as to whether incumbent is holding the public office or not, and further he is having essential qualification to hold the said post or not. So far as present case is concerned, on both the grounds, writ of quo warranto may not be issued. He next submitted that post of Chief Medical Superintendent, District Hospital, Etah is not public office. The very same matter came before this court in the case of Ravi Kant Tiwari versus State of UP. So far as qualification is concerned, there is no dispute on the point that respondent number 4 is fully qualified to hold the said post. Therefore, mere his absence for more than 3 years from service, filing a case and ultimately permitted by the employer of state government to join his service cannot be a ground for issuance of writ of quo warranto. I have considered the rival submissions advanced by the learned counsel for the parties and perused the record as well as judgment relied by the learned standing counsel for the state respondents. There is no dispute on the issue that in service matter, writ petition can only be filed by the person aggrieved. Undisputedly, petitioner is not aggrieved by the order of Government of UP, Lucknow, dated 29/9/2020, by which respondent number 4 was transferred and posted as Chief Medical Superintendent, District Hospital, Etah, as he is not prospective incumbent for the same post. In the matter of R.K. Jain, Supra, court has held that in service jurisprudence only aggrieved person can assail the illegality of offending action. Paragraph 74 of the said judgment is quoted herein below. Shri Harish Chandra admittedly was the senior vice president at the relevant time. The contention of Shri Thakur of the need to evaluate comparative merits of Mr. Harish Chandra and Mr. Kalyan Sundaram, a senior most member for appointment as president, would not be gone into a public interest litigation. Only in a proceedings initiated by an aggrieved person it may be open to be considered. This writ petition is also not a writ of quo warranto. In service jurisprudence, it is settled law that it is for the aggrieved person, that is, non-appointee, to assail the legality of the offending action. Third party has no locus standi to canvass the legality or correctness of the action. Only public law declaration would be made at the behest of the petitioner, a public-spirited person. Again, in the matter of Dr. Prabhunath, within bracket Supra, this court, after considering so many judgments, has taken similar view that only person aggrieved can only be filed writ petition. The similar issue was again came before this court in the matters of Shankar Verma. Court, after considering judgments of apex court, has held that in service matter only person aggrieved can file writ petition. Paragraph 8 of the said judgment is quoted herein below. From a perusal of the law laid down by the apex court in the case as well as of the division bench judgment in the case, it clearly comes out that for a person to prefer the petition, he has to establish that he has been deprived of or denied of a legal right and he has sustained injury to any legally protected interest. Thus, in order to prefer a writ, the person entitled would be one who has either been wrongly deprived of his entitlement which he is legally entitled to receive, and it does not include any kind of disappointment or personal inconvenience. It is settled proposition of law that the person who suffers from legal injury only can challenge the act or action or order by filing a writ petition, inasmuch as the writ petition under Article 226 of the Constitution of India is maintainable for enforcing a statutory or legal right, or when there is a complaint by the petitioner that there is breach of statutory duty on the part of authorities. Thus, there must be a judicially enforceable right for the enforcement of which the writ jurisdiction can be resorted to, and not for the purpose of settlement of a personal grievance. In the present case, too, there is no doubt on the point that petitioner is not aggrieved by the impugned order dated 29/9/2020, which is necessary requirement in service matter for filing a writ petition. Therefore, in the light of facts as well as judicial pronouncement made by courts, this petition is not maintainable, and no writ of certiorari can be issued for quashing the impugned order dated 29/9/2020. In light of judgment of this court in the matter of Ravi Kant Tiwari Supra, as well as facts of the case, once the post of Chief Medical Superintendent is not public office, no writ of quo warranto can be issued. Now coming to the second point as to whether respondent number 4 is having eligibility to hold the said post or not, which is a core issue for issuance of writ of quo warranto. Undisputedly, respondent number 4 is qualified doctor, duly appointed by the respondents in the state medical services, having all qualification for holding the post of Chief Medical Superintendent. Therefore, mere absence from service for certain time cannot be a ground for issuance of writ quo warranto. The state government is the employer of respondent number 4, and employer has always right to condone of the certain deficiencies if found. In the present case, assuming it respondent number 4 has not joined his service for certain time, it can only be an irregularity and not illegality, for which state government has full right to condone the same. It is also undisputed that respondent number 4 was earlier posted as senior consultant, District Hospital, Etah, and he was very well in service. Therefore, his transfer, adjustment from one post to another post in the same hospital cannot said to be illegality, and mere his absence from the service for certain period would not attach any ineligibility or disqualification to respondent number 4 to hold the post, resulting into issuance of writ of quo warranto. Therefore, under such facts of the case and law laid down by courts, I found no substance, writ petition lacks merit and is accordingly dismissed. No order as to